Yeah, no, great question. I think we were really excited. We had a lot of momentum, but honestly, I give credit to the leaders on this team because they really picked us back up and was like, it doesn't matter, we're going to get another one, we're all over them. So I give a lot of credit to our leaders and our captains for picking us up because we could have easily dropped the level, but we came back and I think we could have scored a few more goals as well.
Hi, Angela from Casual FC. This is for Savy. And this is kind of probably an emotional question because it's like, even for me, it's hard to ask. Knowing the story of one of your moms meeting Sid when you were a kid and now playing with her, how does it feel knowing that you could be doing this for someone now?
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. I mean, she sits next to me in the locker room, so it's just crazy. Sometimes I look over and I'm like, wow, like she was my favorite player growing up. And then obviously that video that my parents got before I was playing in a big tournament was incredible. And she's just the most inspirational person in the world. She's such a great role model, and I look up to her so much. And so to be able to be that for someone else is awesome. Just knowing how I was as a little girl with her, it's hard to describe. Like it's just a surreal feeling, and I'm just really grateful to be in a position to be able to be that for someone.
Hi, Ally. Hi, Savy. Sylvia from Shea Butter FC. So just two quick questions. One, Ally, can you talk quickly about what you saw in that goal and what you saw tonight to be willing to take that shot? And then Savy, can you just talk about your first minutes back since toward the beginning of the season?
Well, I saw that perfect pass from Savy. No, I mean, known to shoot from distance a time or two, but I honestly just felt a lot of momentum in this game. I got that goal disallowed early on, so I was crediting this team and the staff this game for really allowing me to be my true self and you know, taking shots and taking chances and allowing me the opportunities to do that, fail or succeed. And tonight was a success, so I'm really happy about that. And hopefully I can take those chances, but just continue to even get closer to goal as well and really bury those shots again and again. But I think it was just amazing, that connection back on the field. I love playing with Sav, so it was really fun.
Lauren Jones, Olympics.com. I have one for each of you. So for Ally, did you feel a sense of like kind of redemption, getting the first one overturned and then being able to score that second one? And for both of you, just what does it mean to have a veteran like Sydney back on the field, and what has she contributed to both of you guys' career?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have Sid back on the field. She is an absolutely incredible person and player, and it's just been incredible to watch her journey. We've been training a lot as we've both made our way back onto the field, so she's been a huge part of my recovery as well, and so it's just awesome to see her back out there. She deserves every minute of it, and it's really cool to be a part of her comeback story as well, and just really excited to see everything that she does for this team in the future. She's a great leader, and she is going to do a lot for this team.
Yeah, I agree. I think, we like to call her a little fox in the box. Like, she's always, if we can get the ball at her head in the 6-yard box, it's most likely going in. So I think that's something that we're going to try to utilize with her going forward. But I'd also like to shout out Sav's first minutes back and just the no, I said it on the TV, she didn't get to hear, but just the no fear coming back after an injury and the tackles that she put in on the sideline we say it about all our players coming in, if you can make that difference and you can make those tackles and bring that energy, that's what's going to win us games farther along down this season. So I think it's really important to have players like that coming in, and just for us to continue to raise that standard so that we not only tie these past few games, but we win these next games going forward.
Savy, I wanted to ask about what Ally was just talking about. Kaya Hanks yesterday comes back from her ACL injury and scores. You come back and you have an assist in your first game back, and you're making a big slide tackle in the 90th minute. What gave you sort of the courage and the strength to be able to contribute in that such a big way in your first match back?
Yeah, I just have to say, when Kaya scored, I did cry for a while. It's just awesome to see that, it's really hard going through a recovery, especially one that's long term. And so, yeah, I think it's just the motivation to get back out on the field. Angel City, all the girls, all of our staff, and all of our fans have just been incredible, and with the motivation to get back out there. And I love playing soccer, so it's any chance that I get to be back out there on the field. just is a great day. I'm super happy. But yeah, it's definitely been a tough journey, but it ends with me being able to play on the field. So I would do it over and over and over again, and continue to push until I was able to do that. But yeah, shout out to Kaya. I want to say that she's absolutely incredible, and I'm so happy for her.
Hey, Savvy, right here. Your injury, did you have to have surgery, or was it just letting the bone, was it a bone bruise or anything, or what was?
I broke my foot, and I did have to get surgery.
And as you sit, as you're watching the game, how did you see the group sort of restart under Leif, and how did you sort of pick up what he wanted coming into this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, being able to watch from a different standpoint is really important. I feel like it gives me a different perspective and he kind of just fit into the team seamlessly. He was our assistant coach for a little bit, so he kind of just was around to know like our style of play and the strengths of our players, and so I feel like it was kind of a easy fit for us, and it was really easy to kind of pick up on the tactics and know what he asks of us. He's very clear, and so it was really cool to be able to have a different perspective of it and being up in the stands and watching. So yeah, it's been great. Life is awesome.
So facing one of the top 3 teams in the standings at least, and to be able to come back not just from the disallowed goal, but also to come back from the deficit and get a point out of that. How does that help? What can that do for you guys going forward?
Yeah, I think it does a lot for us, but we're one of those teams that isn't satisfied with the tie. We can beat the top teams in the league. We have the talent, we have the quality, we have the belief in the work ethic. So I think I'm really, really proud of us for coming back today, and I think we could have gotten one at the end too. We were really close. So I think that we talk each week about the game in front of us. So next week is now Gotham, and I truly believe we can, go out there and play a great game at home with the fans behind us. So I think it's going to be really fun to watch us grow each game this season.
Hey, Coach, right here. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Prisca, her first start of the season. I think it's her first start ever for Angel City. She seemed to have a really good game, was covering a lot of space, seemed to get balls into the box in dangerous positions, seemed to be really active, high work rate. Just wanted to get your thoughts on her performance today, what you saw from her, the good, probably what she can work on. And the second part of that is this the beginning of possibly seeing more starts from her in the future?
Yeah, I think she did really well, together with the rest of the team, who I think came out very strong against opponent with a lot of quality. So Prisca has some skills and strengths that she showed today, and I'm really happy with the way she attacked the game. She's physically really strong and aggressive. She ran the right runs and created a lot of problems for them in the first half. And we have seen it lately. Against Chicago, she came on and did well, and also against Seattle. So definitely Prisca is someone that we will see more from. And her contribution together with the rest of our team today was great.
Hi, I'm Skylar with Kids Scoop Media. You made a double substitution in the 66th minute, bringing on Savy King and Riley Tiernan right after Trinity Rodman's goal. Can you walk us through the tactical adjustment you were looking for and how they benefited you?
Yeah, so part of that change was physical, and of course all changes are also tactical. We had to make a change with Evelyn, and Savy is back, so that's a really good situation that they could overlap. And then we had to make some adjustment. I think Washington did a good tactical move in the start of the second half, and we had to reconfigure our pressing a little bit, and then we chose to sub a player as well. And we wanted Riley on for Claire, so she could operate in between the lines more and more centrally than Claire had been doing. So that was the reasoning behind.
Hey, Coach, can you just talk a little bit about, Sydney Leroux's return both to the pitch with the team at practice, kind of what you've seen from her and how you hope to utilize her for the rest of the season?
Fantastic to have Sid back. She's been training with us for a few weeks and I thought it was the game to first game she was available, and it was a game where we could use her strength, which I see being in the box. She obviously has been out a long time, and when she now comes back, it's important that we also play to her strengths and have some patience. But she came on, and we wanted her in the box, where I've seen in training also she can still score goals and do well. So really happy for her, and as I said, the team effort today. I understand that everyone is of course focused on individuals, but I think the team deserves a lot of credit. It was a really hard fought game, a good game of football and or soccer, and I think we did it really well together as a team, and very happy for Sid.
Coach Angela from Casual FC, and I wanted to see, kind of bouncing off that with the team effort, how are you balancing the copious years of international experience from players like Sid, Ari, Prisca, the other national team players on the team, with the rookies and the first and second year players coming in, and how is that kind of guiding the tactical decisions for the team?
I think the magic of teams is that you have different types and different personality, characters, skill sets, strengths, weaknesses, and my job and I think philosophy is to take the best out of each and try to make it a strong unit. And then you need experience, but you also need the rookies' ambition and hunger. So it's basically about finding the right time and the right place for each one, which is difficult because I think everyone wants to play all the time, which is not possible. Even all the refs manage to count to 11, so I can only put on 11. Not all players understand that all the time, but I think the secret to a team is building of strengths and working together. And there I see it as a big advantage to have diversity, whether it's in age and experience, or it's skill sets or personality and characters. I like to have diversity in the group because that's the strength of any group.
Hey, Coach Jim Alexander with the Real Talker Media. Do you think and see now with additions of the players coming back from injuries and Ally clearly settling in well, do you think the best version of this team is still to come? Is it sort of ramping up to the point, whether you guys climb a lot in the ranking in the table or not, but come playoff time that you guys are going to be very dangerous and a team that no one wants to face?
I think today by far was the best performance. We have had strong fighting performances, San Diego, and we did get a point in Kansas. We played well against Orlando and won. But this was overall our best performance. I thought we came out very strong and against a team that has a lot of good players, are well coached. They have good collective play, which can be difficult to stop, and they have top class individuals. So our performance today is very promising, and I'm proud of the way we played. We went for it in the end. We really wanted to win here, and that's the attitude we want to see in Angel City, is going for it and playing that kind of football. So I think with players coming back from injury and competition increasing, the quality will only increase in every training session and every game, and that's a really good position to be in going forward.
Hey, Leif, over here.
Yeah.
Hey, over here. It's the third consecutive draw. Is there a level of fight that's developing still in this group that you guys are fighting back to at least secure a point instead of walking away with nothing?
I think that fight is crucial in a good team to not give in, and today also we had against Seattle as well. We went for it. Today we really went for it, wanted it, and then of course you risk something, but that's the attitude we want. We want to chase, and we and go after it and win games. It's a good habit to not lose. I want to keep that, but we want to win. Yeah. I don't know if I got all your questions, but
I mean, we've seen this team sort of late in games, give up a goal that.
not in a while.
Yeah, not in a while. Yeah.
So
Is that a level of fight that's sort of still growing in this?
that's one of the things that I really have appreciated with the group, is that we have managed to put focus on the game management in the important phases, and the end obviously is important. We had a rough period before the break where we conceded, and that's really mentally demanding, and it's been vital for us to train that and to work on it, and also to break the story of that being what we do. We have managed to break that bad habit. We compete. There is only, if you're asking how we work on it, we compete, and we develop details in how to approach those important moments, especially how we worked on the defensive part and how to make sure we are switched on. So you have to compete. Yeah.
Well, my question was going to be about defense, but since but that's okay. Yeah, I guess just maybe elaborating on, you've talked about post-break, right? You talked about wanting to take risk, and how do you balance that with defense? Angel City is a team that's not conceded more than 2 goals this season, doesn't lose by more than 1 goal. If they score multiple goals, they win. So, like, what, I guess, defensively, I see a lot of pressing and things of that nature. What's been the actual defensive philosophy and balancing that with still taking those risks in attack?
Yeah, one part of the work has been to be better on the ball, actually, because I think the moments we get in trouble is when we give it away too easily. We still have things to work on that, but our pressing, especially first half, was really, really good. Our pressing in San Diego first half was really, really good. So we have worked on how to do that. I'm not going to give you the tactics of it, but one of the ideas is to give the opponents something they maybe haven't seen. So we managed to do that a few times. And then we have also worked on it's easy to defend when everyone is in position. Like when everything is organized, a lot of teams work on that. But to work on what are the priorities when not everything is as it should be. When someone is gone, they have been on a run they shouldn't be on, or missed a tackle. What do we do then? So a lot of focus on that part.
Hi, Coach. I know you said you want to focus on the team, but I do want to ask you about Ally. There was such a big roar from the crowd when she appeared to have scored, which could deflate a lot of players. But even before the goal, she had several shots that forced MacGyver to make saves. What did you see from her in terms of resilience leading up to the goal?
First of all, I was so happy for her because she's been working very, very hard all the time. And I know there's been some criticism of her, and I think the way she's been focused on improving and working on what she can control has impressed me. And her ability to make decisions on the passes she chooses when she operates between the line is top class. And now she also does a really good job in knowing when to shoot and when to pass. And today she hammered it. She should have had the second goal, I think. But the way she can shoot like very few players, and you saw it today. So she just have to keep working, and now she can relax a bit more. She's had her first goal, and I'm 100% sure there will come plenty more.